Hey everybody, Ben here, and welcome back to a special episode of Medium of Mixology. Today is going to be a spirit review. So, with summer right around the corner, you might be looking for a new and interesting flavor to use in your bar at home. Well, a good suggestion I would give is some of the De Cooper's Island Punch Pucker. Now, some of you may know this drink if you read the blog from Pager's Blue Island, or the PK Thunder, which is one of my favorite drinks, created by Weekend Sundry vlogger Mitch Hutz. You can check out that recipe video over here. Now, the problem with this stuff, especially from where I live, is that it's really hard to get your hands on a bottle of this stuff, just because it's not a common thing. People aren't really looking for it. And when I went to get another one of these, it turns out there was only one left in the state, and it was over 100 miles away, so there was no way that I could even get a new bottle of this stuff. It was really disappointing. I picked this up, special ordered it a little under a year ago, and a bottle of this stuff is going to run about $12, depending on where you get it. Now, I'm like, okay, I need something similar to this that isn't quite maybe the same, but a good substitute. And the guy at the store actually suggested this stuff, which is called Maui Blue Hawaiian, which I'm guessing is about the same. I smelled them earlier, ended up smelling very similar. The biggest visual difference between them is the De Cooper's has sort of a clear jewel color to it, while the Maui has sort of a cloudy color to it as well. So today we're going to be tasting them side by side to see which one is better, maybe the advantages, disadvantages of both of them, and which one that maybe you should use in your bar if they either have both, or whether or not you can say, okay, I can substitute this for this, or vice versa. Alright, now that I have the two side by side, and the bottles and glasses, as you see, just kind of match each other so that everything kind of fits. We're just going to compare them side by side. So we're going to start with the Island Punch, because that's what I'm familiar with. It smells, and from what I remember, tastes a lot like a tropical Hawaiian punch with a little bit of an alcohol zing to it. Now, between the two of these, the alcohol content is very low. They're both schnapps-style liqueurs, and they don't usually, you're not usually having just these. It's usually a mixing ingredient to use with something like rum or vodka. Now, the Island Punch, being one of De Cooper's Puckers, has sort of a sweet and sour taste to it. It's very, very good. I don't think I would drink it alone, but of course I don't think I would drink either of these alone. It is very, very good. It tastes basically like a flavored sweet and sour, with a little bit of that alcohol bite, but not enough to really catch, so to speak. So we're going to move on to the Maui, which smells a little bit more like pineapple juice, which is kind of interesting. I don't know exactly how they compare. Well, they are both blue, which does help. It is a color component as well as a flavor component. That smells just like pineapple juice. That is really weird. And oddly enough, it does taste very similar to pineapple juice. They are definitely two different tastes, two very different flavor profiles. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be able to use this as a substitute for the Blue Island, but I do think I'll manage. I will hold on to this bottle for a while though, probably just like if I can ever get my hands on it, I'm sure as hell try. But the Maui Blue Hawaiian, it's different. It's definitely not a substitute. They're both good. They're both very, very good. I'm going to have another try of this one. It doesn't taste like there's as much alcohol in the Blue Hawaiian. Let's do a quick check. So Blue Hawaiian, you're looking at 15%. And the Island Punch, you're looking at also 15%. That's 30 proof if you like those numbers better. So they have the same amount of alcohol in it, but I definitely taste it more in the Blue Island. So if you're looking for just something that doesn't quite have the same punch, just overall flavor, you're probably going to want to get the Maui. Maybe I'm still, just because I'm used to the Blue Island, I'm partial to it, but I really do feel that the Maui it's definitely not a substitute. It's definitely not the same type. This is more of a sweet and sour, and this feels more like a pure, almost like just like a pineapple schnapps. I am very curious to see how the Maui mixes to make a PK Thunder. Again, link will be in the description box below, or just click the annotation. I'll throw another one up over here. But yeah, it's definitely very different. I do think in the long run it could be a decent substitute. But generally speaking, I would say that if your liquor store, or depending on where you buy liquor in your state or country of origin, if they have both, I'm still going to say get to Cooper's. It is, aside from the taste, I do think there is something particular about the fact that it is more of a translucent color, and not that sort of more cloudy one that the Maui is, because I think it mixes better, and especially if you're looking for something more of a martini style drink, you're going to want something that doesn't appear more translucent or even more opaque. You want that sort of clear, transparent, like it's like a precious, I don't want to say emerald because it's not green, a sapphire, that's what I'm thinking of. So a jewel, essentially. So it has that jewel feel to it as well. But because, again, this is part of the pucker line, it's more sour. This is more of a sweet, tropical pineapple taste. Well, as overall, I do feel both of them are very viable products. While the Cooper's runs about $12, I think the Maui is something like $9 or $10, so it's a little bit cheaper. I can find it probably on the bottom shelf. However, both are great flavors, and I hope you can maybe pick up one or two or both of them for your summer drinks and whatever you happen to be making this year. So, this has been with Medium of Mixology, and please drink responsibly.